Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell and welcome to 10,000 and Below. This is where I go through games on Board Game Geek that are ranked quite low and tell you what I think about them, if I know anything about them at all, or sometimes I'm just taking a look to see. So let's get started. Today we're starting at 14,201. And we always take a look at the first game. And in this particular case, the first game here is Vicious Fishes, which I've ranked a 6. And you'll notice that I'm also the designer of this game. Don't worry, this is not going to happen very often. I've only designed one game and co-designed another. Angelo Perazzi did the artwork, and I've talked about Angelo Perazzi a lot in the past because I've liked his artwork. I think his artwork is fun and silly. And so in this particular game, you are placing these fish around. These fish attack each other and eat each other in different ways. And you are trying to make your colors be the one that survive. The idea worked really well in my head, and it's fine. There's a few problems with it, which I've never been able to solve. But I do like how the game plays, and he did a good job putting this together. It's a nice little game here. And I might rank my own game slightly lower than other people. But let's read the comments. I haven't looked at these in ages. Let's see what people say. The only negative was that the price of the game was twice as much. Oh, well, then it was a bit mean. Well, that's me. Blah. Very stupid game. Don't buy. I got a 1. The artwork is cool, but the components are horrible. I don't think they're horrible. It's an interesting abstract, but it gets old after a couple of plays. Nestor gave it a 9, but he's the publisher. Not sure there can be any strategy at all with more than 2 players. I don't disagree. Not a bad tile laying game. Better than I thought, but why is the tile distribution so awkward? No, I actually worked hard on the tile distribution, sir. Good theme is tacked to an abstract strategy game. Yeah, blah, blah. Ooh, oh, this is the artist. So, Greg gave it a 5. Oh, no. He wrote a very long review, but it's true. As a fanboy of the Dice Tower, my opinion may be biased. I taught someone this in 2011. Very light. Light, shading the tedious in late game. A very clever game. Okay, I probably shouldn't laugh too much, but you know, it is what it is. I don't feel like I have to have a very well-done designed game, and this isn't about Vicious Fish anyway. This is 10,000 and below, so we should talk about other things. Cephalopod. Besides, Vicious Fishes is better than Cephalopod. This game's called Scrabble Me. What a weird name for a game. And well, let's take a look at World War II theater, European Theater of Operations. All right, here we go. Cephalopod. Oh yeah, I played this one. This is a self-published game. Basically, just putting these dice in a game. There's no chance. You got to fill the board of various sizes with many of your dice as possible. Wow, it's been. When did I review this game, Cephalopod? 2011, so a decade ago. Well, all right, Scrabble Me. What does that even mean? Build your own Scrabble board. Players build boards on a board simultaneously. Oh, you have your own little board. Well, that's an interesting way to play Scrabble, I suppose. World War II European Theater of Operations, 1939 to 45, pretty much the whole war. SPI, Jim Dunnigan. So looks like it is just what it says it is, the European Theater of Operations. A lot of pieces, a lot going on. Ranked pretty low if you think about it. Wargamers, you know, people aren't going to play these games who don't like them. Too simple. I think it's hilarious when people say these games are too simple. I'm looking at it and going, I don't feel like it looks too simple, but eh. Alrighty, let's see, where are we now? Rebound. Why would I have given Rebound a 5.5? I'm going to give Rebound, I'm going to up it to at least a 6. Whoops. Well, I can't actually. I can do it right here. Has an older feel. Whoops, I need to change those quotes to actual quotes. I feel like that was copied from something else. Yeah, so if you've never played Rebound, man, I played Rebound so much as a kid. where you just shot these little marbles down with discs around them, and they bounced off 2 rubber bands and came back. It's basically shuffleboard, and knocked other people. Man, this is one of the copies I had, this green and pink one. Although that seems like a newer one. The one I played with as a kid was a very tan, boring-looking one. I wonder if they have that one. Was it this one? It might have been that one. No, it's that one. That's the one I had as a kid. I remember that. Wait, 21 pounds? That's not 21 pounds. Oh, 6. Oh, 21 pounds for a box. I see. But that is the one I had as a kid. Ah, man, the memories that brings back. Maybe I should make it even higher. I don't know. Alrighty, let's go through here. Mirror Garden. This came out at Essen past year. So we'll talk about that in a second. We're also going to look at Adapt here. And Who's the Dude? And The Truckers. And Ches Guevara. High Voltage. Medical Frontier. All right, we'll stop after looking at those. Here we go. Mirror Garden. This one just came out. This one, essentially, you are trying to solve these puzzles here. And you can see there's different puzzles that you're going to solve by putting a mirror there and bending it in different ways to find what's on the puzzle thing. It's really difficult. I was trying it and messing with it. It's a pretty clever puzzle. It's going to run into that problem where faster person to solve it than everybody else, but as a solo person, it's a really neat puzzle. Adapt, A-D-A-P-T. Oh, I have played this one. Yes. Well, I'm going to have to give this one a 3, unfortunately. Adapt has different dice. You have these different fish. There is so much luck in this game. I mean, we're talking luck, luckity, luck. Now, the company who made this game, which is Gatekeeper Games, makes some of the best dice on earth. Okay? No question. This game, though, unfortunately, was just not that good. Who's the Dude? Oh, yes, the Dude. I still have the Dude. He's still at my house. Who's the Dude is a fun little party game. My family and I played this one where you use a dude and you do stuff with the dude to get people to guess it. So it's like charades, but you have a dude. It's very entertaining. And then poor man's Paul Rudd there with the dude. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. The Truckers. Wow, okay, this came out in 2008, Japan brand game. Moving these trucks around the outside here, delivering goods. I like the artwork in this. It looks almost like Astro Boy-ish. But, yeah, the game itself is just, it's boring. Ches Guevara. There's a lot of these Ches games out there. Shay Guevara works with Shay Geek. And this is a revolutionary one, obviously based on that sort of thing. Take That style game. Just not that interested in these, but some people might like it. High Voltage, 2006. This was a game I was pretty interested in as you connect these different sides together here. I like the box. I think the box art looks pretty neat, but the game itself just didn't work at all. Connecting things. A high strategy game, I'd argue that it's not really there. Let's see. We'll go to my final thoughts on the game here. The game, despite the theme, has an abstract nature and isn't very intuitive to new gamers. The secret color isn't very exciting, so you're a secret color in the game and a connecting game. Didn't work for me. Medical Frontier. I really wanted to like this one. I like the idea of this one. I know they made a shortened version of this one, but you're making these different drugs and running them through trials and having them. Great theme. Great ideas, but at the end of the day, everyone is kind of doing the same thing. And there's not a lot of divergent strategies in the game. Alrighty, here we got The Crow and the Pitcher. Wow, it's been a long time since I played that one. 2012. We got a game here called Sorts. 1914 has 250 ratings, and Ninja Burger has 1,230 ratings. I can just say right out, that game must not be very good if it has that many ratings and it's ranked that low. Because again, if you don't know, Board Game Geek, they add a bunch of dummy ratings to each one so that a new game that gets 5 people who rate it a 10 doesn't shoot to the very top. So that pulls it down. You have to overcome those dummy ratings, which works really well, the system, but if you have more ratings, you're likely going to move up, so it averages out. Anyway, if it's that low. Gold und Rum. Destruction of Army Group Center, the Soviet Summer Offensive. Cranium Bumperina. Well, I want to take a look at this Italian checkers too, but here we go. The Crow and the Pitcher. Fifth Street Games. I remember this one, a trick-taking based game. You're playing off another. The highest suit card's not always the one that takes the trick. I like trick-taking games, but this one just did not work for me here. There's thirst cards. Me and Sam both played this one. I remember playing it back in the day. The component quality is also not that great. Sorts. A party game, you're sorting things in a lists. Tell me more. Sort these animals by the usual number of adult oh, it's trivia. That's interesting. I like the concept of that. That's interesting. I might do that someday for a game, like a game show. All right, 1914, a traditional hex and counter war game that attempts to simulate the opening phase of World War I on the Western Front. Whew. Again, it looks like a lot of the map isn't even used, but not a big fan of how that map looks. Ninja Burger. Alrighty, Steve Jackson. Steve Jackson games aren't usually very highly rated. You are delivering tasty burgers and fries everywhere. Tooth whitening treatment, ninja attack. Wow, they have all these stats. Combat, stealth, disguise, climbing, customer service, math, computers, and other stuff. I like how they have math. Wow, there's a lot of things on these. I never did play this one. Ninja Burger. Well, yeah, it's, I guess, one of those old Steve Jackson games. Gold and Rum. The story is nothing new. Brigands, orcs, skeletons, and goblins fighting one another with much blood, sweat, and fun. But the game system, on the other hand, is a strange and original hybrid. This is from Bruno Feduti and Alan Moon, and published by Asmodee in 2003. What is this? I've never even heard of it. All right, let's look at the comments. Oh, it only came out overseas. I know that's completely a waste of time. Too complicated for a party game, too long for filler, too chaotic for a regular game, and definitely too dumb to rate higher. That's a great comment. A trick-taking game where the games you operate are not dealt randomly at the beginning of the game, and you claim these piles. Whoo! Not a lot of good ratings. Funny party game, don't take it seriously. A chaotic trick-taking game. All right. Destruction of Army Group Center, the Soviet Summer Offensive, 1944. Well, I'm pretty sure this one's going to be exactly what it sounds like. Yepers. There you go. Big map. Lots of stuff going on. Cranium Bumperina. Grab the bouncy balls into your goal by adding and pivoting bumpers on the Bumperino board. But when the balls start to fall, you never know which way they're going to go. I want this. This looks stupid, but I want it. No one told me it was Plinko. That's not a bad concept for a game, right? You play cards, will let you maneuver where the things are, but at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily mean where the balls are going to fall. Alrighty, I'd play this with my kids. Italian Checkers. It's an 8x8 board. Men can't jump kings. Interesting. Men move and capture only diagonally forward. Kings move and capture diagonally forwards and backwards, but don't fly. Okay, so it's kind of like checkers with some different rules. Alrighty, let's continue on. We are Pig Pong. Hop to it. Let's see what else we'll find. Top Secret from 1985. And this one, 914 ratings, 3 wishes. I gave 3 wishes an 8, but wow, it's quite low. And the Big Fat Tomato Game. And then Dark Emperor. Well, that's a lot to start with. Let's go back. Pig Pong. So if you've never seen this game from 1986, you have this net that you put in the middle of the table, and then you use these pigs, and you squeeze them to blow air out and push it over. It's pretty dumb. It's fun for about a minute. It's just not that great. Too bad, because the idea is funny. Hop to It. This is from Reinhard Stopp, who makes a lot of great games, and from Game Rights division where they make these games. There's a lot of these games that you should check out if you get a chance on these. This is in their line. Let me quick give you my summary here. It's one I recommend to families, but I would only recommend to families, but I can do so in good faith because skill levels will be equal between adults and children. I like that idea. You mix up these objectives here, and you are trying to guess what's under the disc in line, and then you move it and you keep guessing. But if you're incorrect, you go to the next person. And so it's a memory style game, but it works well for kids. Top Secret from 1985. This is from Alex Randolph. This one has only 161s, but it was re-implemented by a few German games. Yeah, I like how this one looks. I like the different people with the different briefcases. Man, I want to play this game, even though I'm sure it's not that great of a game, but it looks cool. It was recommended for the 1986 Spiel des Jahres. I like the pieces a lot. 3 Wishes. I want to say this game was really inexpensive, or somehow it has so many ratings because this was given out somewhere or different places. And in this game, you are trying to have a wish that helps yourself and a wish that helps humanity, things like that. And you're swapping cards. It's a very love letter type thing, back and forth. I enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun trying to outguess other people. But I see that I am not in the majority here, considering it's so low. If I look at the ratings, yeah, there's a lot of 6s for this one for sure. And a ton of 4s. Very few 10s. Well, I liked it a lot. A micro game. The Big Fat Tomato Game. I gave this one a 5.5. This is just a take that game. But if you wanted a picture of a tomato that's throwing up, or zombies, that's disgusting, then this is the game for you. Dark Emperor. This is from Avalon Hill. One person's a Dark Lord, everyone else is fighting off these invaders. Definitely an old style looking war game. You can tell, I think, how old a war game is if they give each specific space a number. And you might, why would you need that number? Because if you play with someone through the mail, or even email, but these were made before email was around, through the mail, you could mail your moves in and say, I moved to 0823. Interesting. That's like a relic of the time. I don't think modern board games often do that. All right, Trivial Pursuit Globetrotter. Flux in Spanish. Alfredo's Food Fight, which I gave it 8 to. I got some nice, highly rated games in this section. D-Day. And, oh, there's Falling, the Revised Edition. I want to take a look at that, too. Shinobi has 97 ratings. Let's jump down here. Running with the Bulls. We'll talk about that one. And let's see here, Niche Neptune. All right, I want to see Scopa. All right, we'll come back and look at the rest then. Trivial Pursuit Globetrotter. This is just Trivial Pursuit going around the world. Oh, did the piece? Now they look like a globe, and you put the piece of pie in them. Big deal. Who cares? All right. Flux in Spanish. It's more than just a simple translation. Smaller card deck, 1 new rule card. So it's different, but also in Spanish. Alfredo's Food Fight. So Alfredo's Food Fight has this giant guy with these 2 plates with Velcro, and he spins around in a circle, and you use little fork catapults and shoot meatballs that have spaghetti on and hit these things. It's really stupid, but it's super fun. Works with kids and adults. I don't know why it works. I like it. D-Day. This is from the Avalon Hill Company. This is a simplified version of their main one. It is pretty small comparatively. It actually looks pretty nice. It must be too simple for wargamers, which is probably why it's ranked so low. Falling. This re-implements Falling. This is the revised edition. Falling was ranked... Oh, Falling's ranked even lower than this. Well, Falling is a game in which you're all falling out of a plane, and you just want to be the last person to hit the ground. You're all going to die, and you want to be the last person. It's a very, very dark theme if you think about it. And it's a take-that style game. Shinobi from 2015. This is from Japanime Games and GDM. Ninjas and cards and meeples. Oh my. What's the description say? You're attacking the 3 rivals on your right, giving each of them an attack card face down. You tell them what weapon you're attacking with, but it doesn't have to be true. So you're just trying to outguess what people are attacking you with. That doesn't sound horrible. Running with the Bulls. Folks, I really want to like this one. Paul Peterson designed it. It is, he wanted to make like a Plinko style game where these bulls come down and get, are going to hit the different people. It just did not work. It just was too much randomness, too long. This was also in that great designer series from Calliope. And this one I found I did not enjoy much at all, unfortunately. And I can see I'm not alone. Scopa, this one has a lot of ratings. So this one came out in 2007. Oh, it's inspired by Scopa. The Scopa is a traditional game from 1600s. And this one's ranked pretty highly, actually. You're collecting jewel cards from the table. You play 1 card. If it equals the card table to sum of more cards, you must collect these cards. That doesn't sound that interesting to me, but I guess some people like it. All right, let's finish this off. We have In the City Origins. We have... let's see what the Great Persuader is. Do you worship Cthulhu and rule the Roost? I do not worship Cthulhu. In the City Origins. This is a game from 2013. This is another one of those games where I believe that if I ranked it now, I might rank it lower, where you're trying to get different numbers. I ranked it a 6. I thought it was okay from Sherwood Games. I thought the artwork could be better. And you start with these different leaders, and you're trying to get more influence to get more cards, that kind of game. It's just that the artwork for this doesn't do anything for me at all. The Great Persuader. You were trying to persuade another player, customer, that their bad offer is good for him, that their good offer is not what he's looking for. And he's going to pick one of the authors. And then they're going to bet which persuader will prevail. Well, I can't really see here. This changing the ending of novels to what you want. Being a famous movie star. Making food magically appear. That one wins. I would probably play this once. Do you worship Cthulhu? This is from Toy Vault, 2006. Talk about some extremely generic. Look at that police officer. There are tentacles coming towards him, and he's like, stop it. Don't come any farther. This vigilante is smiling a bit as he's shooting. Yeah, the artwork here is not great, unfortunately. 5 to 30 people. Oh, this is a werewolf game. Do you worship Cthulhu? Meh. Rule the Roost. I gave this one a 6. 2012. Stragoo Games. Oh, the Odonauts. This is another game with the Odonauts. I know I played more than one of these. And you have to do something, get keys. I remember this. You're trying to get a majority in the barns and you get the keys and stuff. So simultaneous play type games. And I thought it was okay. And that's it. We've made it to the end of another 100 games in 10,000 and below. What are games I should have been talking about more but didn't? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, I'm Tom Basil, though. You've been watching 10,000 Below. We'll see you next time on the Dice Tower.